I feel good.
Wait a minute. Who
I knew that I would know. Wow.
Cuties, it's your girl Tana Too Cute. Let's talk about The Shy, season 6, episode 4. Yes, I'm a little late, but better late than never. So the episode started out with Duda. He was in the shower with a new cast member to the show, going by the name of Bianca. She is played by our girl Gia Marie Jones, and I believe she played in Girlfriends. So they are, kind of talking through, how Duda is going to, I guess, change the game. It seems as though she is just as malicious as Duda, but they had a surprise guest to, come into the shower all nonchalant. Guess who it was? Yes, Rosalind. So she walked in that shower, they was in the middle of doing the business side. But Rosalind walked in there. She walked in unbothered and just, told Duda, listen, we need to talk. So when Rosalind comes around, it's safe to say that it's something wrong. It's something hot, around the city, and it's pointing towards Duda. So Duda went ahead and exit out of the shower. The ladies actually spoke to each other. So did y'all notice that, they knew each other. So maybe that's why Rosalind wasn't as surprised. But that's just her character anyway. She's unbothered anyway. So we move on down to Trig, Shad, and Emmett. They were, the guys was kicking it at Emmett house. They were cooking wings and just having boy talk. I think our men need that from time to time, just like, ladies need their girls' night out or girls' chat. So they would have chatting it up, Shad, kind of sharing his struggles as far as his money situation, finding his purpose. Emmett is, really walking around really paranoid. He's still looking for this pow, asking them is anything in between the couch. So, and the guys really noticed that as well. They noticed that he was really jumpy and was like, hey, calm down. Do you need to take a smoke of this, this muda grass? That's what my grandmama used to call it, y'all. Don't judge me. So, but Trig also recommended, that they, continue the board chat. But he started it out with asking, them, have they ever gone to therapy or seen a therapist? But, of course, the guys were shooting that down. So he recommended them to continue to do the boys chat or boys night out. I think that would be good. So then we moved on down back to Duda and Rosalind. So really Rosalind just wanted to tell Duda that Q is working with the FBI. So Q, of course, is got information that he can share that really can bring Duda and his entire organization down. But there's nothing on Duda at the moment. So now, Rosalind, if y'all remember in the preview, she said you didn't see anything to Emmett. So this is kind of, I guess the puzzle pieces are now coming together a little bit because she is, going to be, I guess, working the city to make sure everybody's keeping their mouth shut. So she even took a visit to see Trig, at the office about keeping his mouth shut about anything, that he was a part of, whether or not he did the act, just keeping his mouth shut if he even saw it. So she's trying to clean up a mess that is about to spill around Duda. Then you had Darnell and Jada, they just chilling out at the house, and they were smoking as well. Y'all noticed that this episode everybody was on chill and in their zone, and everybody had a smoke. Okay, and then we go on down to Nook and Bakari. Now, y'all remember Bakari's girlfriend's brother warned her about her boyfriend Bakari, that he may think he's a lookout right now, but that's always going to build up to something else. And guess what happened in this episode? You know, because there was some, firearm that was, in Duda's shop, Duda and told Nook to do something with those. And guess who Nook assigned that task to? Bakari. So now Bakari is going to take these pow pows and do something with them. Where do y'all think Bakari is going to stash these firearms, or what do you think he's going to do with these pow pows? I'm predicting that he's going to put those pow pows somewhere in Emmett's possession or around his organization, or with somewhere around Papa's house. So that's just my prediction. Could be far-fetched, but something is going to go wrong with that whole situation there. Tiffany and Rob, of course, they're smoking. They're always smoking. And of course, Tiffany is really pushing for, them to venture out on their own, detached from Duda, with their business. And of course, Nook is continuing to text Tiffany, for more product on behalf of Duda. So she's ready to get out of it. Then we go on down to Duda and Shad. Now, I must have missed something, and I'm going to go back and rewind it, but why is Shad working on the car? Do y'all remember which episode or when did that happen, where they made the deal for Shad to be working on the car? I remember now. Y'all tell me, when did the connection or the deal was made where Shad is now working on a car or doing a job for Duda? But yeah, so Shad was just basically saying this is a one-time deal. I guess he needed some money. This would probably, get him where he needs to be so he can, I guess grow whatever business that he wants to, venture out. But Duda is thinking that this won't be his last thing. That's what I gathered from how, Duda's mannerisms and, how he, kind of laughed it off when Shad was telling him that this is a one-time deal. But we'll see how that pretty much unfolds. And a couple other highlights from this episode was Dre was faced with her ex. Now, this ex, Dre actually asked her to marry her. Her name is Monica, and they're working at the center, together. How do y'all think that's going to unfold? I don't know. The ex fiance kind of looking at Dre in a different way, to me, if you ask me. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. Maybe some temptations there, but we'll see how that unfolds. And the last couple of highlights was, did y'all see how Fatima she was wearing those wings out that Trig brought back from Emmett's house? And Fatima, she was wearing those wings out. That was funny to me. And then Gemma's dad, Marcus, he's basically giving Gemma an ultimatum. After graduation, you basically need to get your own home, your own house. Marcus is ready to move on with his life, with his newfound love. Do y'all think that's genuine love? See if y'all paying attention. But yeah, I don't know if I'm on. I agree with him to a certain degree. Yeah, if you're gonna graduate, you have a plan in place of your next steps. You're gonna go into a career, you're gonna go into college. But if you're deciding not to go to college, of course you should have some form of plan to bring in income where you can take care of yourself. But he's giving her the ultimatum after graduation, you either need to be going to college or finding your own place. So, great episode. More to come in episode 5. I will be posting the trailer for episode 5 in my shorts. Y'all like up the video, hit subscribe, and guess what, y'all? Y'all have a good day on purpose. Bye.